Imagine waking up at 80, feeling stronger than you did at 60, moving with ease, and still embracing life's pleasures. It's possible, but only if you take the right steps today. We all know that as we age, things change. Our bodies don't work the same as they used to, and energy sometimes feels like it's in short supply. But what if I told you that there are simple habits you can adopt now that will help you live longer, stay healthy, and, yes, even enjoy your most intimate relationships well into your golden years? It's a topic that doesn't often get discussed. How to maintain a healthy, active lifestyle as we age, and how that can impact every aspect of our well-being, including our relationships and sex life. We often think of growing older as slowing down, but it doesn't have to be that way. With just a few changes, you could still feel as vibrant at 80 as you did at 60. So if you're ready to discover the 5 exercises every senior must do to be able to enjoy life well into your 80s, let's dive in. Let's talk about the importance of staying active. I'm sure you've noticed that as time passes, things don't quite move the same way. You may have moments where you feel like you're not quite as limber or even struggle to do things that once felt easy. This is normal. Our bodies change as we get older, but it doesn't mean we're destined to become frail and weak. It just means we need to be proactive in taking care of ourselves. One of the first habits I want to share with you is something that sounds so simple, but it can make a world of difference: mobility exercises. As we age, the joints in our bodies can become stiff and less flexible. It might start with little things, like bending down to tie your shoes or reaching for something on a high shelf. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it can add up over time, making you feel less agile and less confident in your movements. That's where mobility exercises come in. These exercises aren't about lifting heavy weights or doing strenuous workouts. It's about keeping your joints and muscles moving in a way that maintains flexibility. Think of it like oiling a machine to keep it running smoothly. A simple exercise like standing up from a chair without using your hands or doing gentle stretches for your neck and back can work wonders. These exercises keep your body in tune with itself, allowing you to move with grace and ease as you age. Here's something that I know from personal experience. When I started adding mobility exercises to my routine, I felt a difference almost immediately. It wasn't drastic, but I noticed I was able to stand up from my favorite chair without making that little grunt we all seem to do. That simple act made me feel younger. And when you start small, you can feel the impact across other areas of your life, especially when it comes to intimacy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Intimacy? Yes, intimacy. You may not have considered how something as simple as mobility can improve your ability to enjoy these moments as you get older. But trust me, it matters. Being able to move freely means that you can be spontaneous, confident, and, most importantly, comfortable. And let's not forget, the stronger and more flexible you are, the more energy you have for all aspects of life, including the intimate moments that help you feel connected and alive. Speaking of energy, let's talk about cardio exercises. Cardiovascular health isn't just for marathon runners. It's essential for everyone, especially as we age. When we're younger, our heart rate naturally increases with activity, but as we get older, that process can slow down. This can lead to a whole host of health problems, including reduced stamina, difficulty catching your breath, and, yes, even a decrease in your desire to be active in the first place. But here's the good news. You don't have to run a marathon to boost your cardiovascular health. Walking, swimming, or even dancing to your favorite tunes can get your heart pumping and keep it healthy. It's important to keep your blood flowing, because when you do, it improves everything from your overall energy levels to your ability to focus, to how well you sleep at night. And, just like with mobility exercises, these simple activities can make a huge difference in your overall sense of well-being. I can tell you, there's nothing like the feeling of getting out for a walk after a long day of sitting around. It may feel challenging at first, but as your stamina builds, you'll find that your energy starts to soar, and the benefits extend beyond just the physical. When you're physically active, your mood improves, and you feel more engaged with the world around you. This is key for maintaining strong relationships with your loved ones, including the ones who matter most. Now, I want to leave you with one final thought before we wrap up part 1 of our journey. When it comes to staying healthy as we age, the most important thing is consistency. It's not about doing something extraordinary one day and then forgetting about it the next. It's about showing up for yourself every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Little by little, these habits will add up, and before you know it, you'll be feeling stronger and more confident than you ever thought possible. In our next part, we'll dive into the importance of strength training and how it can help you maintain balance, prevent falls, and increase your independence. But before we move on, take a moment to reflect on the small steps you can take today. Mobility exercises and cardio, they don't require a lot of time or fancy equipment. Just a commitment to yourself. So, are you ready to start feeling stronger? I hope this gives you the spark to begin your journey to better health, and I'll be right here with you every step of the way. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll continue to explore how you can live life to the fullest no matter your age. Until then, take care of yourself, and remember, the best is yet to come. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're sticking with me on this journey to staying healthy and strong well into your 80s. In the first part, we talked about mobility exercises and cardio, 2 essential habits that can really make a difference in your overall health. Today, we're going to focus on something just as important: strength training and balance exercises. These may sound a little intimidating, but I promise you, they're simple, effective, and absolutely vital for keeping you active, independent, and full of life. Let's start with strength training. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Strength training? Isn't that for bodybuilders? No, not at all. Strength training for seniors isn't about lifting heavy weights or getting bulky. It's about maintaining and building muscle mass, which naturally decreases as we age. And here's the thing. Muscle mass is directly linked to our ability to perform everyday tasks with ease, from carrying groceries to getting up from a chair to maintaining a healthy, active sex life. When we lose muscle mass, we become weaker, and that leads to more falls, more injuries, and a general decline in overall independence. But the good news is, strength training can help prevent all of that, and it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, you can start with just your body weight, think squats, lunges, or push-ups, against a wall. These exercises engage multiple muscle groups and help keep your body strong without requiring a gym membership or expensive equipment. Let me tell you a quick story. I remember when I first started doing simple strength training exercises at home, I wasn't sure what to expect. But after just a few weeks, I noticed I was able to carry my groceries up the stairs without feeling winded. I felt more stable on my feet. I was able to play with my grandkids without worrying about hurting myself. And you know what? I even started to feel more confident in my ability to keep up with life's demands. The difference was real, and it was empowering. The beauty of strength training is that it doesn't take much to make a big impact. Just 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week can make a world of difference in how you feel, move, and live. And as we age, the more we keep our muscles strong, the more we protect our bones, joints, and overall mobility. But there's another crucial part of staying healthy as you age: balance exercises. Balance is something that we don't always think about until it becomes a problem. If you've ever experienced a fall or even felt a little wobbly when standing up, you know how important balance is. As we get older, our sense of balance naturally starts to decline, but it's one of those things you can work on and improve with just a few simple exercises. Balance exercises are incredibly important because they help prevent falls, which are one of the leading causes of injury for seniors. But they also contribute to better coordination and a greater sense of control over your movements. And you don't need to be an expert to improve your balance. Start by standing on one foot for 10 to 15 seconds at a time. You can hold onto a chair for support, but try to challenge yourself by letting go for short periods of time. Another great exercise is heel-to-toe walking, where you walk in a straight line, putting one foot directly in front of the other. These simple exercises can go a long way in improving your stability and reducing your risk of falling. I can personally vouch for how effective these exercises can be. A few years ago, I found myself a little more unsteady on my feet than I'd like to admit. I wasn't afraid of falling, but I knew it was something I had to take seriously. So, I made balance exercises a part of my routine. At first, I felt a little silly, but over time, I could see that I was more stable when I walked, and I felt more confident on my feet. It was like I had control over something I thought I'd lost. And just like strength training, balance exercises can easily be done at home, without any special equipment or fancy machines. It's about consistency, doing these small exercises regularly and building your strength, your balance, and your confidence. So, start with just a few minutes a day. You'll be amazed at how quickly you notice improvement. Now, I want to talk about something that ties both strength and balance together: core exercises. When we think about strength training, we often focus on our arms or legs, but the core, that's everything from your abdomen to your lower back, is just as important, if not more so. A strong core supports your entire body, improving posture, balance, and even flexibility. It also helps with things like bending, lifting, and yes, even those intimate moments we all cherish. A few simple core exercises can work wonders. Try seated leg lifts, where you sit in a chair and extend your leg out straight, holding it for a few seconds before lowering it back down. Or try standing knee lifts, where you lift one knee toward your chest while keeping your posture upright. You can even incorporate these into your daily routine while watching television or sitting at your desk. The goal is to keep that core strong and engaged, making it easier to move, bend, and live life to the fullest. When I started focusing more on my core strength, I noticed an immediate difference in how I carried myself. My posture improved. I felt less strain when bending over or lifting things, and I even had more energy to do the things I love. Plus, when you strengthen your core, you're doing yourself a huge favor by protecting your spine, reducing back pain, and increasing your overall stability. All of these exercises, strength training, balance, and core work together to keep you moving confidently, feeling stronger, and living more independently. And it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, it's never the wrong time to begin taking small steps toward a healthier, more vibrant life. Before we wrap up part 2, I want to leave you with this. It's not about trying to be perfect or doing everything all at once. It's about doing what you can every day with a little bit of effort. These habits don't need to be daunting or overwhelming. They're about showing up for yourself, bit by bit, and creating a lifestyle that allows you to enjoy your golden years with confidence, energy, and vitality. In our next part, we'll explore the final 2 habits that will help you live your life to the fullest and be as active as you want to be, well into your 80s. But for now, keep practicing these exercises, and remember, you are stronger than you think. Now, as we come to the end of this part, I want to leave you with one final thought. These exercises, mobility, cardio, strength, balance, flexibility, and mindfulness, are all pieces of a much bigger puzzle. They're about living life to the fullest, staying strong, staying active, and staying connected to the things that matter most. It's not about being perfect, and it's certainly not about keeping up with someone else. It's about showing up for yourself every day with the intention of living your best life. And here's the truth. You can do this. It's not about making big, drastic changes. It's about taking small, consistent steps that add up over time. Every little thing you do for yourself today is an investment in your future. So, start where you are. Start with one simple exercise or practice. Then, build from there. As you go, you'll notice the changes, the strength, the energy, the confidence, and you'll start to feel better than you have in years. I hope these tips and exercises help you live a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. Remember, you're never too old to make a change. In fact, now is the perfect time. Take it one step at a time, and you'll be amazed at how much stronger, more vibrant, and more alive you can feel. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it and sharing it with someone who could use a little inspiration. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on living your best life at any age. You've got this, and I'll be right here cheering you on every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourself. Your best years are ahead.